You heard a little exhale because you already know what's good. You're here with the good old Velvet Juggernaut. You know what's good.
You know what's the motherfucking juggernaut?
We in this thing, baby. Like we always do. You here with the good old Lanapoli in this thing.
Hey, y'all.
Good. Hey there. Air horns. For Lanapoli, because she's in this thing. We finna get ready to do those top 5 comments before we get to the show with the rest of the squad. You know the Scorpion King is here with us. You know that the Wild Child is here with us. But we finna get to the motherfucking top 5 comments from our Velvet Vibez PimpCast group. If you're not on there, join us on Facebook, Velvet Vibez PimpCast. You can catch us on Instagram. You can hit me at Velvet_Juggernaut. How can they find you, Lanapoli?
That's Lanapoli@gmail.com. That's LYNNEOPOLY@gmail.com. Also, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, same name, Lanapoli.
Yeah, baby.
Across the board.
Oh.
Rolling the dice.
Whoa. That's a good dice to roll. But let's get to this. Top 5 comments. Baby.
Top 5 comments, baby. I got the top 5 comments, baby. Top 5 comments, baby. Top 5 comments, baby. Top 5 comments, baby.
And let me go ahead and tell you right now, we had a strange little conversation with a gentleman, with everybody in the group actually. We was asking everybody, have you ever been catfished before? So, you know, a lot of people told the truth. They said they've been through it. Some people said, you know, they don't fuck with that. But we had a gentleman by the name of Josue Flores that fell right into that 5 slot, because I'm going to say it just like he said. He said, I never have, but I had catfish people. Group pictures are awesome. Just pick whoever you like. That's me. Just hear this again. I never have, but I've catfished people. Group pictures are awesome. Just pick whoever you like. That's me. What's your comment?
That's amazing. Like, because I know I've seen, you know, we've all been on dating websites. And so we've all seen those group pictures. And you're like, well, who is this? Whose page is this? Which one is it? And he's just like, whichever one you want me to be, that's me.
Hey, Josue kind of like what you call it on Coming to America, when he's like, what kind of you like? Whatever you like. Oh, Josue, we have to definitely give you a shout out for that one. I would like to hear more about this, because I want to know, how does that conversation go? Do you say, hey, you see that picture? You see all those dudes? Which one you like? No. Which one you like? No. You tell me. Well, oh, the guy in the red shirt? That's me. Is that how you do it? Let us know in the comments, Josue. Then we had a little more serious conversation where we was holding people accountable. We just wanted to know, with the whole situation about keeping it real when your relationship ends. I asked everybody in the group, when your relationship ended, your last relationship, why did it end? A gentleman by the name of Richard Thomas likes to keep it this is as real as it gets. She likes sex with everybody but me. Good grief. Richard, I feel you on that. That's not a chuckle situation, but it's, you know what? It's super real the way you said it, because hear this again. She likes sex. ... with everybody except me. I gotta say one thing. You did the right thing, mister. leaving that situation alone. You're getting another bomb. Richard Thomas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he wasn't having that shit. I wouldn't have it either. You ain't got to deal with no madness like that. Gotta drop them off sometime, baby.
Yeah, dismiss.
Oh, don't tell me there's more catfishing. And the number 3 comment. A gentleman by the name of Kevin Chapman. Just keeping it real, but sometimes keeping real goes wrong.
It's a lot of catfishing out here, huh?
Exactly. It looks like there's been a lot of victims and a lot of people helping people to be the victim.
You know, yeah, y'all be careful out here. Because they catfishing out here.
Yeah. Hide them all, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Who should they hide?
All of them.
Your kids and who else?
Wives.
Exactly. Kevin Chapman said, he said, hell yeah, but this was back in the day when it was all about chat lines. No websites. We met 2 females on there, told them what color shirts we was wearing, what store to meet up at, and everything. As we was walking up to the store, we see 2 large, ugly women chuckling, all hyped up, talking loud and shit. They see and ask us,
Y'all seen 2 niggas with blue shirts on?
By that time, I done already took my shirt off and threw it in the bushes. Oh, hear this. We didn't respect this properly.
Y'all seen 2 niggas with blue shirts on?
As Kevin Chapman stands in front of a bush, not a burning bush, but a bush with a blue shirt laying in it. I'm assuming he said, no, I haven't seen these gentlemen. He said he forgot what his homeboy did. But Kevin, you was out of there. I gotta give him some credit. You're getting a bomb.
I wonder if he was peeking from behind the bushes, like seeing if that was them, and then
that's where his homeboy was at, in the bushes, right?
Yeah.
We found your friend, Mr. Chapman. He was in the bushes. So you might want to have a discussion with him about that. And then we go to the number 2 comment. Now, we got a little even more serious. Asking the people, is it okay if your woman don't work? If your woman's at home and, helping out around the house, and you're bringing home the bacon, the bread, and the butter. And if you're a vegetarian, the spinach. And I was shocked by the responses. I thought only the old heads would be the ones saying, I take care of all that. But we got people at the age of 25 getting a bomb. Mr. J. Strong came in strong.
It brings. I have faith in the world now. Like, after seeing that comment, I was like, wow. I have faith in humanity and the youth. I have belief in the youth now,
Exactly.
He restored it just by one comment.
Hey, one comment at a time. Mr. Strong came strong. And when he said this, I hope you guys, first off, if you're listening out there, I want you to go in your restroom, grab yourself a little box of Kleenex. If you don't have a box of Kleenex, make sure to get yourself a little toilet paper or a paper towel. They say Bounty is the quicker picker-upper. It's going to pick up these tears of joy that you're going to have coming down your cheeks in a second. Because Mr. Strong said, I personally told myself, when I settle down, I want to be able to drop the check on the counter, tell wifey, go take care of the bills, get us something nice, and kick up my feet. That's the most financial responsibility a wife should have, in my opinion. I don't know how many bombs you need, but it's going to be more than 3. I want everybody to get down. Get down! We're not done. There's more bombs. I think I hear something approaching. It might be a bomb. Jay Strong, you need a hand clap. Let me tell you one thing. Everybody thought that Hurricane Chris was the only one out there trying to get that hand clap. Jay Strong is out there getting that hand clap. What is this face, Lenopley?
No, it was a really good comment, And I just hope that people really feel that way, or people saw that comment and they're like, wow, let me, consider this lifestyle.
Everybody's not just trying to take from me.
Yeah.
We gotta come together right now. Ain't that what it says? Come together. J Strong, you're bringing people together. And speaking of coming together, the number one comment that we have of the week, Sonia Gray. She wants to come together. So, we were talking about, how did we bring this up about the, condoms. When do you know when to remove the condom, right? Mm-hmm. So we're discussing when do you remove the condom. Now, Sonia, we know that you're very active in the group, getting a bond. That way, we know we're going to expect some commentary on this. But Sonia Gray said, certain people, I must have them wrap it. I won't touch it without it. You need a hand clap for having faith in condoms. But I have someone. It feels so good, I don't want it. Plan B is my bestie. Now, Sonia, we're going to do something we don't normally do. We're going to have a moment of silence. When you normally go to Walmart, Valero, Chevron, or all the gas stations of the world, they have a section where they have Starburst, Skittles, Tic Tacs. Not Plan Bs. Don't eat them like candy. But Sonia, we gotta give you some credit, because at least you're not out there trying to make the Wu-Tang Clan, the Brady Bunch, No Limit Records. But at the same time, safety is the key, so I do respect that decision there. But always, don't. What they say, pop, lock, and drop it? Don't pop, lock, and drop it with the Plan B, but you definitely gave us what we always are looking for at Velvet Vibes PimpCast, so we gotta show you some love. We gotta motherfucking laugh.
Yeah, you had me rolling. We were live too when I saw the comments, so I was just trying to control myself. But if you're not in the group, if you're listening to this and you're not in the group, you need to join the group, because that's not the only comment she had.
Oh my God.
And I'm not going to say it right now, but you need to go back to our recent live and watch it and read the comments.
Exactly. Exactly.
She had the kickers.
Yeah. Look, Sonia, I don't know if you're into football or something, because you got more kickers than a kicker. So you're getting, she's bringing the punts. We're playing kickball right on Velvet Vibes PimpCast. But anyway, we're about to get to this episode. We got to talk about some real shit. A lot of stuff we've been talking about here on our page anyway, as far as men leading women on, women leading men on, people getting in a semi-relationship. You're not together. You're not together. What are we? Opening that communication. So I'm going to bring the Scorpion King on in here. I'm going to bring Wild Child on in here. S.A. Wild Child. And you know that I'm in this thing. You know Lanopoly's in this thing. And we got some good shit for y'all. So y'all go ahead and tune in with us. We got a clip that we're going to play right before we get into the episode. And then y'all go ahead and pop your popcorn and your Skittles and your Starburst and enjoy. Whether you're in the kitchen, the car, the gym, or sneaking off on extended break, even on the toilet, you're listening to the best podcast. Excuse me, the best PimpCast you could be listening to right now. So catch a vibe with us. It's Velvet Vibes PimpCast. Let's do it again.
Velvet Vibes PimpCast.
I'm not looking for no relationship at all. In any type of way. Like that's not even my intentions with you right now. I'm more so like, I like what we got, like more like friends with benefits. If I cuff you, it's not gonna be the same. Like I know you probably like, what the fuck, bro? Listen, it's not that deep. Like I still like you, I just don't want to cuff right now. I'm not in a position to be cuffing right now. We can still do everything we've been doing, right?
I mean, it makes sense kind of because we haven't known each other for that long. But, like, that's not what we're working towards type shit.
What are we working towards?
Well, eventually, like, a relationship. No.
You shouldn't get mad if I'm talking to other females because you're not my fucking girl. And I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but like, if I'm talking or fucking with other females, you shouldn't be mad because like, we have no title, you're not my girl.
So if I was doing the same thing, you wouldn't give a fuck?
You cut off, for sure.
Okay, but then I have to deal with it?
Absolutely. This is the bottom line. You're not my girlfriend, which means we have no title, which means I can do whatever I want. I know you like me, but I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I'm going to. Simple.
Okay, bet then it could just be friends.
I'm not being friends with you. I don't need no female friends. My female friends, I'm fucking. I don't know what you talking about.
Seems like something a little strange happened here.
Yeah, it did.
Wow.
Yeah, it did.
Who wanted to touch this first? Your thoughts on it?
I'm not touching it first. I can't.
I'm gonna just say something real quick.
Go
like how she was like, I just have to deal with it. No, you can say no. he's laying the facts out.
That's true.
Right? These are facts. He's laying them out for you. You deal with it or you don't deal with it. That's the myth.
If I do have to say something first, I would say approach is everything.
True.
Verbiage is everything. I'm gonna say those two things, and then I'm gonna keep it open.
I'm gonna go off of that.
Yeah,
like,
go ahead.
So I feel like he probably has approached this and said it in the proper, nice way, and she didn't get the picture. She was still like, well, aren't we together? Are we going to the movies on Friday? And so now he's like, I gotta tell you blunt, like plain and simple, cut and dry, no middle, nothing, so you can understand what I'm saying, because you're not getting it. But that's just, I mean, that's what I think, because I've seen this before. I've seen this.
On many occasions. So I'm gonna pick back off that even. It sounds like he has had this conversation before. And this right here is the whole purpose of me playing this, is opening up a whole conversation about the fact that nowadays there is a middle ground. There is we ain't together. We may or may not be together eventually. But all that seesaw, let's see, you need to let people know where you're going with this. He clearly said this, that he ain't trying, and she did say like, oh, what I'm supposed to do. So she did seem like she was on the edge. And to be honest, I think after this video that was posted on YouTube, she's gonna still be there. And she's gonna be that girl 2 or 3 years from now. Where my guns at? She's gonna be that girl 2 or 3 years from now that's gonna be saying, I don't know what happened. I didn't know. Nobody told me. She's still trying to make it happen. There's nothing there. Tell me why, y'all.
So, first of all, I was gonna say, this shit right here? This shit right here again?
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those things to where I'm not saying, from what it sounds like he did mention it prior. She seemed a little shocked and appalled in regards to his answer on the way she was responding and the moment of silence that was coming in between. But also, he also was like, he had his moments of silence where he was like, oh my God, like she just not getting it. Like she may not have just understand. And I was like, maybe he was giving her that short stroke, long stroke, and it was efficient, to where maybe it was in one ear and white out the other with her, to where she didn't comprehend. Or maybe he didn't say it. Maybe it was, I'm going to butter you up like a slice of Wonder Bread, and I'm going to give you the world and your children the world. And, now it's coming out to where it's like, yo, we just doing this, and that's what it is. So I don't know, in this particular clip, I don't know what side holds the true weight. So you know how they say it's always your side, my side, and then the actual truth. I don't. In this particular clip, you can't really say who told the truth because we don't know the beginning.
Yeah,
on what was said.
And that's what I'm saying. Based on this clip, what did you get from the clip?
So from the clip, I got that it seemed like he spoke some truth. And I mean, have you even I've seen the clip prior because it was on the Vibez page, and he seemed like he was disturbed and perturbed about her not understanding the words that was coming out of his mouth. So in that sense, I would say that he has mentioned it.
Yeah.
And he has mentioned it. And then she was just like, oh, I'm gonna turn the outside dog into a house dog.
I think so. I feel like she has to be super ditzy or something, because he was going live recording this and stuff, and she was just sitting there like, oh, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
And it's like, you gonna sit here for that?
Right.
So I kind of feel like she already isn't just naturally in the right mind state, to sit there and be recorded while somebody's talking to you like that.
She probably saw him going live, and she continued.
Yeah, she just said that. He had the conversation. Right there. There ain't no secret.
Right. That's true too. So it's it's all about, fellas. It's all about who you deal with.
Yeah.
First things first, and then make that shit known in the beginning, and if you have to reiterate, goddamn it, reiterate. Reiterate reminders, send reminder notifications and text messages, saying, hey, your bills due every first of the month, and these are the stipulations, payment reminders and shit like that. You gotta give those sometimes if you not looking for what the woman is looking for.
Exactly. Me personally, when I first saw this clip, I was like, okay, first I read a comment. I read most still read the comments.
Okay.
I watched the clip.
Okay.
Everybody. Just to see what everybody else was talking about.
What they minded.
Yeah, what everybody else minded. So when I first watched it, I was like, okay, he got a valid point. He let her know off the rip, he's not in no relationship, no strings attached,
right.
Stuff. Just want to hit it quick.
Right.
Going about his business. And then she was like she was in total shock of what he was saying. And then me personally, I've been in situations like this before.
Okay.
So I can say, some females, they know their place, and some don't know their place. So in other words, the ones that don't know their place, yeah, you gotta constantly keep reminding them, this is what we're doing, nothing else, nothing like that. Just friends with benefits, like he said, just go about your business. But if you wanna, me personally, if you wanna just mess around with somebody else, personally, I don't give a damn. I wouldn't cry none of that shit. I mean, you doing you, I'm doing me. It just is what it is.
Something just happened right now.
What happened?
Explosions.
I got a question. I got a kicker early. I got one. I guess some shit got it.
It's deep shit.
Yeah, this one's here. I got a real kicker. So I feel like in this particular aspect, who is the better mind fuckers, men or women? Because of the simple fact that she could have got fucked, or she could have got mind fucked in this situation.
So
because I feel like, in the sense of either she was blind, brainwashed, or something, because she seemed like she didn't figure out what was going on, or he just mentally mind fucked her, and kind of when he had this conversation with her, she was just like, we eventually working on this, is what I thought. or was she just mentally mind fucking herself and like playing this shit out in her mind? Like, okay, no matter what he's saying, I'm still trying to work on a relationship because I like who he is.
So follow me before we even touch that, because that's kind of where I'm going with this.
Okay.
So where I'm going with it is, and this whole question right here just answers it. This is a deep situation because we all been there. And whether it's on the female side, the male side, or if you was on the female side, being the one saying I'm not trying to go there, it goes a lot of different ways. But check this out. So I'm calling it waste management, and we're not calling it trash. We're calling it waste. Like you're managing your damn waste. How you do shit. So my question to all of us, including Lenopoly, because she can even touch on it from a whole nother aspect than what we look at. What is the biggest flaw that on this whole scene that us as men do that leads people on to think that it was something else? What do we do that make a female think, I thought you liked me, I thought you wanted something else?
Okay.
Ladies first.
Quit playing.
No, we really need her last, because we can say what we say and she can address what we say, or she can say that's true, or because I don't know what we think it is, and she can tell us what it is.
I literally can say what it is. Like,
what are we doing wrong that's getting the whole?
We give false hope. We tell women what they want to hear. That's what we do. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've done it. Not saying I haven't. I've done it on numerous occasions, and it's for either which, long story short, comes to a goal of getting the cakes. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's facts. That's facts. But even still, at that, even when we are real, and this is where the twist is. Even when we are real, women can still see it as play. Or like the half truth, or whatever they want to believe in the end of the day. So I say this 1000% every time. Like, women hold the key. Women hold the key. It's all about you letting us in. Like, it's all about you letting us in, because we gonna do whatever we can, however we can, at points and times to achieve a goal or figure some stuff out or whatever we got going on mentally in regards to logistically. Because men, I feel like we think logically. Yeah. When women are emotional. Mm-hmm. So they gonna tap in. If we can tap into their emotions, I feel like we won. That's me.
But like you said, I've been in that stage around myself. So yeah, everything basically with my child touched on.
We can, and women have the upper hand until you give it to us. Until you give us the upper hand.
So what I'm gonna say is, I really think it depends on what y'all do. If I have a female that's all we do is we just fuck around, right? What the thing should be, and I'm not saying I haven't done it either, right? What it should be is we should just fuck around only. Right. Now, I think it matters a lot about what you do before and after. Okay. So if I invite you over and we're talking and we're laughing and I'm telling you, yeah, when I was a kid, I grew up here, I grew up there, my interests are this. I'm not saying you can't get to know them at all. Because if you're having sex with them, I would assume you know something about what your middle name is or something. But I do think if you invite people over and you're telling them, hey, you know, I grew up here, it was hard and stuff. I used to work here. Here's my resume. My past relationship, this and that. You're opening up. You're kind of being open to them. Now y'all have sex. That still happens. Afterwards, are you cuddling? Are you saying leave? Are you saying... Because a lot of times, and I'll say this, but just wide open, I'm guilty of it. I've had the female tell me, I don't want anything. I only want this.
That's the kind of female I like.
But it don't end that way.
It don't, and it doesn't. That's
sometimes it is their fault, but sometimes it's our fault because we bring them over, we're watching whatever movies and stuff, and then all this afterwards, come over here, let me hold you and stuff. You can't do that if it's just sex. Like if you just come over, sex, boom, we're done. I'll see you next Tuesday at our usually weekly
at our normal
appointment.
times and whatever.
I kind of think women, because it's a stigma that women can not be emotional.
Right.
And I think that is kind of the case. That is kind of true. But there are some women that's like, I'm with the shits. I'm here to fucking dip.
Like, for real.
But once you open up that can of worms of, come here, let me hold you. Oh, your feet hurt. Let me rub your feet.
Yeah.
You did that.
Yeah, and I think both parties play a part. True. So I don't disagree with you on that. I think both parties play a part. I've dealt with situations in regards to saying, hey, I have the women in the inbox or in the text message just saying, hey, what you doing? They only hear it, not even just fucking, they just here for whatever they want to be here for. Like, you only hear from them on certain times when they feel like, you so cool that like you cool enough to be around, and they want to be around some cool people, and not even necessarily saying fucking or anything like that, but the emotional aspect of it is saying, hey, I'm cool, I like you, I vibe with you well, let's hang out. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So you have that, and I think.
What do you do when that comes up? Do you look at it and you're like, I'm not trying to go there, we're just trying to stick to this, so I'm not coming?
Well, and that that is a great question, because the simple fact is
it happens. Go ahead.
So it's a simple fact that, like, you have those women, like, it's like you can only hear from them in times where they need you. So, and it's not saying in regards to saying they need you or for sex or something like that. They just enjoy your company.
That's what I mean.
So I've had that, and I'd be like, well, if that's what you want, it's cool. Like, I don't have a problem with that, because of the simple fact that you may be good company to me too. And depending on, and straightforward and honest, depending on attraction, who you are, how you carry yourself, etc., then it's like, hey, I can bring you around.
But do you feel like, like the people that you've messed with, on that level, and then they're saying, oh no, I just want to hang out, because you're cool to hang out with. So now they want to hang out with you beyond just doing activities. So how do you make sure they get to that line? You gave them Mayweather fights, you know what I'm saying? And then now she don't want to do Mayweather, she just want to hang out. So she wants to do both, because now y'all are still Mayweather in it.
Okay, but she's trying to figure you out. She still want to figure you out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a problem either for me, but I just still need to lay down the foundation that, hey, this is still not going to be, hey, if you're trying to make this a relationship thing or whatever you're trying to be, like, we still have to iron that out.
So you still have that conversation.
Yeah, we still got to have that conversation. Even if we'll even say it's a one night stand or whatever the case may be. We'll say it's one of those where, you know what I'm saying, I came, I saw, I conquered, and then we reminisced on it, and then we rolled out. You know what I'm saying? And then she came back and was like, hey, yo, I remember the came, I saw, and conquered, can we have a part 2? You know, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But she was like, hey, can we have a part 2, like, later? And I still want to get to know you. If she cool enough and we vibe, like, if we vibe, it's a vibe.
Hey,
that's my song. Quit playing.
It's a vibe.
It's always vibe.
Yeah, hey.
Late night. That's my only play songs, man.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure she was like, I purposely want her last, because I want all us to talk about
it.
But
I'm gonna just finish it up really quick and say that real talk, vibes are everything. And that determines what you're going to do with the lady or what you're going to do with the man. I don't care how you look at it. So if you vibe, and even if it's a one night stand or however, whatever the situation is, however the fuck you look at it, it's still going to be a vibe on where, do I need to see that motherfucker again? Do I need to holler at that motherfucker again? Do I need to address that motherfucker again? And that's
they getting the point,
right? Or they like that's what it is. So if you ain't gonna vibe, if the conversation's whack or whatever the case may be in any situation, man or woman, if you ain't gonna vibe with the person for who they are, then you leave it there, you melt it, you don't see him again, or you try to be nice about it and try to cut it off. In the short story or the long story short, like, hey, look, it was cool, but it ain't gonna go nowhere past the way it is right now. But if they cool enough, you be like, hey, look, I can keep you around for a consistent basis because of this.
Sounds like a job. You hiring folks left and right.
But that's
so this temporary position, the seasonal job that you have right now, you haven't been promoted to a permanent position. We would like to keep you on as a temp just to see if you if you can pick up.
If that's what it is, though.
Right, and I was coming there. Scorp. That's exactly what it is. So I wanna address, like, you know what I'm saying.
Did she touch you how she wanted?
I felt like she did right now. I ain't gonna
You had more?
It was a seasonal thing. I mean, if you want to address that, I can come back with my.
Because I feel like that's exactly how it is. It's like you have seasonal situations, true, and that's for as far as men, because we are hunters.
Wow.
I feel that coming.
But that's where it starts. But as hunters, that's where we start. So the men has to go and do their thing, and then once they acquire what they need to acquire, then now that's when men, as far as men and women, can determine, hey, is she seasonal as a man or is he seasonal?
I'm finna say some real ass shit though. Okay. Somebody said this in the comments. I don't remember who said it, but it was there. And shout out to our group, Vibez PimpCast, follow us. Somebody had dropped this knowledge, and I've heard this theory before. When you don't, I think it was Jay Strong. When you don't care for somebody like that, give them lame dick. It sounds funny, but listen to it. When do you take somebody that you don't really think about them like that? You simply like, I'm just trying to get one. Are you fucking them the best that you can? Like, are you going hard, going rhinoceros? Or are you just like, I do it and I turn over and I go to bed?
So
we all have a reputation to uphold. I understand that.
So I want to shout out to my boy, Menace, my boy, he always told me, and I can agree with him at this point now, is that there's no way, as you said, there's a reputation to uphold. There's no way I'm giving out what you did. Mm-hmm. No way.
Because you want to hold that way.
I'm definitely holding up their reputation.
Now, hold on.
There's no way.
Now, hold on. I want you to keep the same energy with what you said.
Talk to me.
Okay, if you are fucking somebody that you just want to fuck around with, and you giving them, you're going Twin Towers on them.
Yeah, I'm going Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, you're going Super Saiyan 3.
Yep.
Now, the fact that they get feelings, I'm not saying sex is everything, but the next morning they're like, I will be back tomorrow. When you get a great product, you might shop there again.
Okay.
When you get great customer service, you may shop with that company
Absolutely,
again.
I agree.
So now, this brings on the whole thing of how often are you allowed to see this person without blurring the lines? Because if you're coming over here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I say, oh, I don't know what you thought.
Right.
It's kind of my fault because I'm allowing you over
exactly.
Here. I'm inviting you here daily.
Exactly. That's true.
So,
and that's the determination.
Where's the line?
That's the determination of at that point, I ain't gonna lie, at that point, and that's why I say women hold the key until they let us into their emotions.
Yeah.
Because of the simple fact that, as you stated, if I'm going to give you Monday through Friday, then that definitely is my fault because I'm giving you Monday through Friday.
It's a lot of time.
That's conversations had. That's me getting to know you and everything like that. When, long story short, I'm mentally saying, hey, I just really just want some cakes, but you good company.
Because I've done this before. I'm going to address it too. I've had times that's all I didn't see anything in the person. And then eventually I just started being like, now that I'm older, I was at the point where I'm just like, oh, I'm trying to come through Friday. And you was over yesterday?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I got things to do. I'm real busy. Such and such. What you doing Saturday? I'm like, oh, she trying to see me every day. I will cut that shit short, period, because I'm not trying to see you every day because that's my fault for blurring lines. Now, I ain't going to say I haven't had people come over often because I actually like them. Right. Now I do like you, and I do want to see you again.
Yep.
And now I'm considering this stuff. But if you're trying to stay in that space, you can't do that.
Now I got a kicker. I'm about to reverse this shit over. Totally FIFA 2018 is going down. I'm about to got some kickers for you. So now my question is, how long is too long? Now, this is where when I say how long is too long, because of the simple fact that you play as long as you can play.
Yeah.
Until further notice. And we're still in the middle phases and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say how long is too long, because of the simple fact that we'll even say shorty bad as fuck,
Mm-hmm.
and the dude is fine as fuck. So we gonna say how long is too long because of the simple fact that when you look at them, you like, God damn, like, do I really want to let this go?
Mm-hmm.
Do I really want to let this go? Or, I mean, and we'll say everything is okay. Like, you know, I won't even say that it's good. We'll say everything okay. We'll say the sex is okay, conversation's okay, everything is cool, everything is rocking. You know what I'm saying? And their appearance, every time you look at them, you like, God damn, that's a pretty motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty motherfucker. How long is too long? How long are you drawing that out? As far as like the vibe is there, everything is cool.
How much are we?
How long are you taking it? Are you gonna transition it, or are you just gonna say there's a cutoff point?
That kind of go back in that last question.
Exactly.
So
if I'm not ready, then I'm just not ready. Like I feel like now at my age, like not that I'm old or nothing, but
you all shit. Cut it out. All right, I'm joking.
It's not that I'm matured. It's just like I come into stuff with the mind state like this is what I want from the situation. This is what I want. So
there you go.
Each person is like assigned a position, basically. I guess like. I don't know, like I'm just like I'm not gonna hang out with this person like that because I can't handle it. I am gonna get attached because of looks, because of this, because of that, and I'm not trying to get attached to anybody or just stuff like that. Like I try to.
That's Monopoly LYNNEOPOLY @gmail.com. You can find her on there. Just please hit her up. You know.
The same energy.
I had to.
But honest, like, cause I'm real honest. Like, you know, I've had a past situation where I knew that's all it was, and that's all I was there for. That's all they were there for. Yeah. And it was like, this is cool. And then it hit that time of the month or Shark Week, whatever you want to call it. Shark Week. And I wasn't trying to do anything whatsoever because I felt, you know, I didn't feel good. And I was just like, they hit me up and said, hey, come over. And I was just like, you know, it's Shark Week. Yeah. And they said, come over anyway. And I was like, well, you know, we're not going to do nothing. So what's the purpose of me coming over? Right. Like, so then it was kind of like, I felt like that's when the lines got blurred. Like, I feel like in their head, they were already kind of attached to the fact that they want to be around me. And I wasn't even there.
Dang, that's a crazy kicker too.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of cases, when you know, a woman saying, hey, it's this time of the month, that's their way of saying, I know what you want and I can't give you that. And if you say, still come over, you're saying, I just want to hang out.
Yeah, that's... Now we like, are we passing lines right now? And I didn't even know we were passing those lines. Yeah. So now you reaching a level that, and this is from either party, you reaching a level that I'm not really too ready for.
I didn't know this is what it was.
Right, I didn't know this was where we was at.
When you get hit with stuff like that, I feel like you should step back and be like, I see what this is. Yeah. And either I'm going to agree to it or I'm not. Like, I feel like we just got to assess stuff more often. Like,
that's true. And I would say that's for the men as well, because like we get blindsided in the moment, and we just make it happen. You know, we just flow with emotion, and we just continue to do it like Nike, and at the point that we even know that it's like, this ain't gonna be shit, but it's cool for now, so we keep rolling. Like, that's what we do. We just keep rolling until further notice. And I know women that do that, like, hey, this guy cool, he treat me right, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, and he get a good dick, you know what I'm saying, he got the strong hold on me, you know, and he treat me right, and he take me out, and
Weenie Will.
Well, and that's what he do. So I feel like as people, we need to do better, men or women, in regards to saying, hey, if you play the game, play the game. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Basically, like,
if you're gonna play the game, play the game. Okay, pick up the controller, play the game, but at least let you know that, hey, he or she, like, let them know, hey, I'm playing the game. I ain't really ready to rock, but I'm gonna play the game anyway. Are you here to play the game with me? Are you gonna pick up the other controller or not?
If you ain't trying to be player too, we need to just...
Yeah, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? You know what I'm saying? You trying to play too, and we're about to kill these motherfuckers right now together or something real quick. So just let me know. But we still playing a game.
So cool. I want to run this all around the board because I want everybody to answer this question.
Yeah, what's up?
Now, at what point do if somebody either says, "Hey, I'm really feeling you," or if they even seem to be feeling you, pump the brakes. Everybody stop. Let's all stop right now. And you tell them what it is. Or do you just say, long as they don't go too far? Because let's be honest, some people just keep rocking with it.
Yeah.
And then once it gets where this conversation that we played earlier, when it gets there, then they be like, I don't know what you thought it was.
Right.
Or do you say, hey, pump the brakes. Everybody pump the brakes. What's good? What do you think it is?
You always got to have that review. Like, so you got the midterm review. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that progress report.
Yeah.
Or not, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you where we stand right now. You know what I'm saying? At the 6-week round, this is a 9-week program, but it gives it 6 week time. Let you know what it is.
So what are they doing that making you think I'm starting to think she getting feelings?
Well, here's the kicker though. What am I doing to make her feel like she got those feelings?
And what is she doing to make you say,
right?
I think she didn't have it?
And I would say this to myself. I know me. And I will say this, that I have done this in plenty of times. Like, I like to cook, I like to hang out, I like to have a good time.
All fuck ups.
Completely. You cannot cook, and especially if it's good. If you cook and it's bad, it's like, whatever.
He tried.
But if you cook and it's good, you got to set up.
I cook shit, and it's amazing.
No.
There's nothing I don't cook that's not amazing.
For me, that's
it's a setup, but it's not something that's just me though.
It doesn't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter if you're known for that. You can be Chef Ramsay.
Right.
I don't care.
You have to stop.
You're cooking for us. Now it's like that's our food.
Right. So I even say this, like, so it's not a thing for me, because every time I do something, I do it. So, and it's just no thing. Like, when I cook big amounts of food, and I'm literally ready to distribute, like, family, co-workers, friends, whatever the case may be. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong. I didn't say that it was wrong.
It is wrong.
But it's something that I do.
Yeah.
So I can't stop me from being me.
Now,
but I still laid the foundation in the effect that, this is still what it is. We ain't going nowhere, whatever the fuck. I already laid that foundation. But that doesn't mean say, I'm not going to cook. I'm like, hey, you want to play? We still friends, goddammit.
Yeah.
We still friends. And friends cook for goddamn friends.
I feel like you do have to give that disclaimer with it, though. You got to put the disclaimer stamp on top of the plate.
But you still do that. So I'm not saying it's not wrong, but what I'm saying is that if it is wrong because of who I am, I still have to say, hey, let me do my progress report.
But you know what? I think if you do that, and it might be received differently depending on how it happens.
Of course.
Watch this. If you were having a potluck at work and you was like, hey, I had some food left over, it may not be taken like that.
Right.
If you say, I cooked for you.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna do that.
Come over. I made a special meal for you.
Nope, not even
that
close.
There is not, I just so happen to have some food.
No, that's two different things.
That's me taking time out of my day
to cook for you. Yeah, that's a double negative.
Score?
For me, on my situation, I would say,
Take your time.
Yeah,
too much. I do too much fuck ups.
What do you do that make people not see?
You know what?
And you even see it. You do it, and you're like, I shouldn't do this.
I want to discuss these fuck ups, bro, because we gotta help you with your fuck ups.
Me personally, I know I'm not the only one that fuck up.
Okay, absolutely.
I'm dropping one too after this.
But I can say
that's the top.
That's a big.
Cooking is my fuck up.
Yeah,
it really is.
Probably the early morning test.
Okay.
Sending out good morning. I hope you have a good day.
Oh yeah, you be butter roll. You definitely. We gonna call him butter roll Scorpion King. He be butter roll.
Hawaiian.
Oh man, he said Hawaiian roll. Yeah, there you go.
Mine is the
Was
same.
that it? Was that it?
And you got some motherfuckers.
Yeah, talk to us.
Yeah, we want to hear them all.
Yeah, for real.
I'm not. I'm definitely not. What's up?
We here for it. Our listeners definitely here for it. They want to know.
Definitely.
I mean, me personally, I used to do the cooking thing, but I stopped. That was a big fuck up, and I had to stop it. So, but when they catch the feelings, yeah, I do get the progress report.
Got to. Got to.
Let them know, keep reminding them, what the situation is. It's not how you feel it at that point.
Right.
tell them in the beginning. Well, if you do tell them in the beginning, you know,
You
sometimes
need to reiterate.
Yeah, you gotta keep reminding them because the fact is, if you don't keep reminding them, that's when the feelings come in.
There you go.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. I think my biggest fuck up is I'm a talker. So if I have you over and we're talking about, like, it should be exactly what I initially said, but I ain't gonna play like I'm innocent either.
Right.
It should be come through, do that, and then I'll holler at you next week. But what I have done before, I have cooked, not a lot though, not enough to say that's my biggest flaw. But I think my biggest thing is probably talking, because we're like laying there and like, oh, when I was young, I grew up like this and this. Now you're opening up to that person.
Yeah.
When you start talking about what you used to do, what you like, I like, oh, my favorite food is this. I love Cocoa Pebbles.
Right.
This is all personal shit.
Yeah.
She could do without knowing what's your favorite cereal, what's your favorite TV show, because now I feel like I'm connecting with you, and now it's like, oh my god, I'm so attached.
So I got another kicker, and I'm gonna address this to the Monopoly.
Okay.
In regards to the situation.
Go ahead, I'm ready.
So,
you gotta give away what's supposed to be.
So in regards to what he just said,
that's why we pour our heart out.
Literally what he just said. Are you more prone as a woman to accept a man open up to his emotional aspect? So, for example, we'll say we're meeting, we're kicking in, and as he said, you know, I'm loving the vibes is good and everything is good, and then he just start opening up to you. So now you have an insight on this man's life, which makes the question to the woman.
But she don't have to know that.
Right. So the question to the woman would be at the point of, because it could be, we both, I just picked up the controller in regards to me telling you about my emotional life. Mm-hmm. I picked up the controller, see if you're going to play two. See if you're going to select player two. Mm-hmm. So I gave you the information and opened up to you and, you know, let you know about who, what, when, where, why, whatever the fuck we was talking about. Now, at that point, do you feel obligated and or more closer to the man as they do that?
I mean, it really all depends. It really depends because some people you go into it, or in my past, some people you go into it and it's just I know this is all I literally want. This is it. Yeah. I don't want to really even hear about your day. Don't tell me any of this stuff. You're talking about this, and I'm just oh man, what am I going to eat tonight? Right. When am I going to go home? How do I exit this conversation? I'm thinking all these things.
Women make the choice. That's true.
But then there's some people, it's just I'm willing to just do this. I'm willing to just take this role because this is cool, but I would like it to go to more. And so it's just yeah, I'm listening to all that emotions and this and that, and I may say other things, but me listening to all those emotions and you opening up to me, I feel like that's you saying I see more than this. So then you would have to provide me that progress report. I wouldn't need that because I'm going to be well, I think that was a signal. That was a sign that this is more.
Okay, so I even got another kicker.
You got all these kickers.
I told you it's FIFA 2018. I got them.
I told you. It's a conversation.
Go ahead. I'm going to say it's the title to a song. Emotion make you faster.
There you go. That's true. That's very true. So my kicker is in regards to the fact of percentages. So we talking about middle stages right now. So that means we got to know each other for the most part. Mm-hmm. So what is your percentages in regards to actually pursuing this person furthermore? So I would even say that, hey, you like this person. You like him. But now the ball falls in your court. So you done found out
how you address things.
Yeah, so now you done found out that you don't like this person in your middle stage. We're in the middle stages, and this is where you figure out, hey, we good. We actually vibe, we good. The dick good or the pussy good, whatever the case may be. And now I gotta make a decision.
Yeah.
In the middle phases. I'm in the middle phases and I gotta make a decision on whether we gonna do this or we not.
I would just ask. I'm gonna just ask you. And then If you say something I don't want to hear, that's when I decide I'm still here for this or I'm out of here. Or I stop spending as much time. Like, even if I'm not out of here, I just kind of back away because I'm getting too attached.
Okay. So percentage-wise, we'll go 100%. Well, say, this is I'm gonna stay or this is I'm not gonna stay in regards to you got all the data that you needed. But now it falls on you in regards to, hey, do I want a relationship or not? That's what it falls on. Do I want a relationship or not?
With this person.
With this person.
So, I think when you say that, like, just like we said, I got to the point where I would tell you straight up, I have been doing that with somebody,
right?
And that's all it is. And if they do anything, I'm talking about anything that makes me think that you thought it was something else, whether it's you saying, who was that you text, or was that you saying,
he's saying it's 100%. Everything is cool.
Everything is cool.
It's good. You actually like this person.
Gucci, good money. You in the middle stages. So
you just don't know how they feel, though.
Right, exactly.
You don't know how they feel, but you feel this is good.
Well, we talking about in regards to the middle stages, saying that, hey, we seesaw right now. So right now it's a 50-50 moment, but you understood this part of it. That's why we made it to the 50%.
So I'm not going to go back and forth like Aaliyah.
Yeah,
I agree with her.
What percent are you going to go for?
100. I'm going to ask. Because if I don't know, if I know you, if you seem like you like me, but I know I like you, I'm going to ask. But if I know I don't feel that way, if I'm at 0%, I'm going to have to address that as well. It's uncomfortable. It's awkward. But you need to let this person know we are here or we are here.
Right.
How you said a seesaw, we up or down.
That's true.
I'm down to smash you, or I'm up to see what's going to happen with us.
Right.
I think I would be more like 30% say something. I mean, I would ask if it really drove me to that, but I probably would just take I'm gonna back away.
Okay.
I'm gonna just back away.
They kind of go back into that question. How often, I don't even think we addressed it. How often do people come over a week without feelings being involved?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So at the point that they even start coming over.
And make sure Scorp get to that.
Yeah, we definitely about that's next.
Before we get to that, let Scorp touch that.
Percentage. Let me ask you percentages.
I would say.
Go ahead. What's your percentage, bro?
I would say
50-50?
50-50.
I can agree with that. Like, so I'm a person in regards to, like, yo, I'm already feeling you, I'm vibing. Now it's up to me. Relationships is a real question mark for me right now.
Yeah.
It's a question mark in general. Because it's just like, if you ask that question, if that's why I kind of just said I changed my answer to 30 and I'm just going back away. Because if you ask that question, that changes everything.
It changes every aspect.
It's like when you're in a relationship, it's different from when you're just messing around. Like there's expectations, there's everything.
True. Very true.
You gotta stop everything.
Yeah, there's requirements.
Exactly.
And it's like, as a person, are you ready to handle requirements of another person?
Exactly. Are you ready for those expectations?
So let me ask y'all this.
That's what you really gotta ask yourself first.
That's true.
When you invite somebody over, and we already said this percentage, we all know I don't want nothing from you. There's nothing about you that says rings the alarm of relationship.
Right.
The sex is cool.
Right.
I want that only.
Okay.
What do you say? What kind of conversation are y'all having? Are you just saying, and hear me out, are you saying come through at 10 and go down and they dip? Because let's not play, there is some sort of conversation. It may not be, when I was a kid, I was a beaten, a battered child. It may not be what all you went through in your life. Right. What are y'all talking about? Are y'all talking about, did you see the last episode of Power?
I would happily answer that question.
Saying, let's fuck all that.
I would happily answer that question.
Because what you're talking about is going to change things.
So, I'm probably one of the most, in my personal opinion, like laid back, cool dudes, you know what I'm saying, that just to have a conversation about anything. So the reason why I say that is because of the simple fact that if it's just about the dick, if it's just about the sex, she got the wet, I got the good D, whatever the case may be, and we understand that this is mutual, then cool, then we establish that.
You don't want to talk about your childhood.
I feel like as adults, we are fucking adults. I feel like we should be able to have conversations like that. And if you can't, then that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
So if I'm like, yo, it's good, let's just keep it good, you know, and where I'm at in my life. And if you decide to say, oh no, I'm actually looking for this, then go ahead, dismiss yourself. And that doesn't mean we not cool. Just dismiss yourself, and it's we still all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all still good in the hood, because I know that the fact that I didn't give you that bad of a vibe to say, hey, yeah, I just don't fuck with him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why the reason why, if you're gonna come in strong, you gotta come in strong. If you're gonna vibe, if you're gonna dick her down or whatever the case may be, you gotta get your first performance is your best performance. You don't want your name running in the streets with like, yo, I seen him.
I say it's your worst.
I don't understand why y'all say that. Because it's just like, why are y'all messing with friends in a circle? Like, nobody should be telling stories. How
that you know.
Yeah, right? Like you can't go to somebody I've messed with and they have a story from someone else.
So
they have no comparison. They have no notes to compare.
So, and I'll answer that. A man is about their ego.
But
the ego. No. We can talk about this too. So the ego is like, yo, I don't. If you're single, you don't want nobody talking bad about you.
So just a chance. You're like, I don't want no chances.
You don't want no chances. You don't want to say nothing now. So you don't want no woman to look at you like, hey, with a smile on their face. Hey, how you doing? I'll fuck the shit out of him. Like he wasn't able to work that out or whatever the case may be. Like no man wants that.
No man wants that, but that does cause trouble.
No, and I'm not saying it doesn't. But what I'm saying is that it gives the man, as what we like to call is the ego, the upper hand every time we perform effectively. The woman doesn't have nothing to say, of course, our friends, even though she was, oh, he was an asshole and this, that, whatever. I can't stand him or whatever. But he gave that good dick though.
I don't know where y'all got that life from. I'm just like, no, that
but that's what I'm saying. Like, he can be an ain't shit ass nigga.
Yeah.
Straight up. An ain't shit ass person.
He came
straight up.
Ed Clinton.
But he had that good dick though.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else you could say about me. You be like, oh, the conversation wasn't good, and you know what I'm saying, I tried to make it work, but when it came to it,
just like you want to give percentages, and you still run that 50-50 chance that somebody's gonna lie on you.
It's
true.
You
could give quality. You could be top of the line.
It's true. That's very true.
And it's just like, I'm just gonna lie anyway. So I don't care.
That's true. That's very true.
So follow me here. Follow me here. Now, it's clearly shit. You fucking with somebody. This shit will happen.
Yeah.
There's no way of fucking around it.
Right.
If I'm just fucking with you, it's your birthday. It's Valentine's. It's Thanksgiving.
Yep.
How do you approach that? Because you could come off as an asshole and say, hey, I'm going to just ignore your birthday, or I'm going to ignore or I'm going to give a gift. But if you give a gift, you might open up
another circle.
You might say, hey, here's your Valentine's present. And they might be like, I didn't even think I wasn't expecting this. I ain't get you nothing.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? How do you approach those situations? And I want to ride that one all the way around the table.
That's cool. Middle class. I'll even start this one. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, go with
middle class in regards to, but you good enough to be here.
Yeah.
So in the sense of that, Valentine's, birthday, shit like that. Valentine's definitely not. Like I'm not like we're not committed. No. Not happening. Birthdays is one of those. Hey, what you doing for your birthday? Maybe I can show up.
If they have something going on,
right? They got something going on their own.
But you ain't throwing nothing.
But I ain't throwing shit.
Okay.
Now I'm not saying I won't even get your card because, like, I mean, that's just at least a respectful thing to do. But I'm saying, hey, let me get your card and sign it and put some good words in there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because we obviously have established something because we're in the middle. Mm-hmm. We established something. Or hey, let me treat you out to your favorite restaurant or something like that. Like we can do stuff like that. That's not an issue.
Okay, cool. And I'm still gonna ride this around, but you took me where I wanted to go to.
Yeah, we can.
So
if
when you go out to eat with somebody, let's not play like when you go out to eat, y'all just talk about last night was good sex. When you go out, it opens up, boy, this food is good.
Yeah.
Me and my brother used to come here all the time that passed away, etc. Now this opens up those I'm opening up to you conversations. Is it better to just order DoorDash? Or take them out? Because if I'm taking you out, whether I say I'm just taking you out because we hungry, it's still a date. So this is a date.
And again, that like date is taken out of context so many times nowadays.
Yeah.
I can have a date with my mom.
Or you just say we're hungry. We
You know
just
what I'm
want to
saying?
eat.
Because me and my moms went out and we went out to eat and we still had a good time.
Yeah.
I still had a date with my moms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So date is taken out of context so much.
I ain't even with my homeboys no more.
Like, yo, me and my homeboys. So you wouldn't call it a date for homeboys, obviously.
Yeah,
that's some shit that you just don't say. That's just some shit that you just don't say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, if it's a lady friend of any choice, like even if you know there's no pursuing her, whatever stage you in, if you're in the first stage, middle class, or if y'all actually even dating, it's still a date.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all still have an established boyfriend or even girlfriend status.
So what you talking
it's
about?
Still a date.
You just talking about this is a good.
We talk about
place.
anything and everything because it's still a date.
That's a problem.
But is it?
I think what you're saying is kind of mixing up what Essay's trying to say. Like what I was trying to say, like, because I feel like there's still different, like, I don't want to say one night stands, but like people that you mess with, there's still levels to that. Like some people are one night stand, some people are just I call you at 2 a.m. and then you get out of here. And there's some people that you do it and then you may go eat or something like that, but you still give them that progress report. That's the person that gets the progress report.
So here's my question. Okay. Like when you go out to eat, I'm not saying don't go out to eat. I'm just saying what do you talk about? Do you just keep it right? Because if you I'm saying if you open up to your heart and all this other stuff, it's your fault. Now, if you're just talking about, hey, I come here. And that person you
can talk to about that stuff. You don't talk to the person that's catching the Uber at 2 a.m. You don't tell them. You don't tell them that stuff. But the person that you're inviting on a date, you can cover. I grew up like this. I grew up like that.
So I gotta agree with Monopoly. Like it really is a decision choice in regards to who you talking about and who you talking to. So in the sense that I know that this chick is coming over for special privileges, you know what I'm saying? Then she gets special privileges in this conversation. But if it's something that I can be like, hey, we actually going to go to 54th Street or Papa Do's or something like that, and I initiated it. Then as far as a man, you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, I don't think women should initiate that shit.
Yeah, of course.
But if you initiating the shit, then you made that decision to talk to her about who, what, when, where, why. You wanted to make those settings. And even still at that point, you still determine who, what, when, where, why. At that point.
You know what's funny? I think I agree with you depending on how that comes up.
Right, and exactly, that's what I'm saying.
If we just smash, and then I'm like, damn, I'm kind of hungry. You? Yeah, I'm kind of hungry too.
That's also possible.
You want to run an IHOP real quick? I don't think that's I guess you could still call it a date under those terms.
It's still a date.
Under those terms, but when we get there, it's just, and I know.
We already know the terms.
We're up late and I'm hungry.
But you're going to sit there across the table from a human being and just be like,
sex is good.
Yeah. And then y'all just eating. Y'all aren't saying nothing.
No. I'm going to have a conversation. I'm saying.
Eventually stuff is going to come up.
Exactly.
Eventually y'all going to do it and eat.
No matter whether it's a fuck buddy, no matter whether it's somebody you're pursuing, no matter what. If you're willing to put in the time.
To sit down and eat with somebody.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is if we go out to eat and we say, hey, oh yeah, they make good pancakes and stuff like that, I think that's cool. I think if you start saying, my brother had this kind of problems and he didn't do well in English class, and I get headaches real bad, I have this condition. Like you start talking about your so personal, you're open. It comes off as, man, this guy really opens up to me. But if you're just coming off as, hey, and you don't have to just say I like waffles.
Right. So this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing in regards to the middle class is that it's at that point it's a problem about opening up or not opening up.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds.
Where the conversation goes.
Where the conversation goes, depending on what type of middle class you're gonna have. So, in the sense of that, me personally, I don't give a fuck because of the simple fact that it determines on who you are. B, determines on who I am as a person, and I don't have a problem opening up. So me, I don't have a problem opening up, no matter if you're gonna be temporary or not.
Now, do you give another disclaimer after? Because I'm not saying I don't do this. Because I do this too. I've done this. I've gone out to eat. I've said, hey, this is what I like, this. And whatever we talking about, you saw that thing on TV. We're just talking about things about feelings.
Right.
But at the same time, if they start saying, boy, I really like them.
Okay, cool.
So do you need to say, hey, let's revisit our progress report?
So this is where it comes down to the simple fact that you open up well enough to where there's no turning back. No matter who. So if I'm opening up to Shorty and she ain't got nothing to turn back on. She ain't got nothing to turn back on. So now it's her decision. So that's really what the middle class is. You've made this point of where you said, hey, I like you. I really want to know more, etc. I'm not changing who I am as far as opening up to you. Now I'm still opening up to you from day one.
As long as they clear what this is.
As long as we clearing on what the goal is for you and me, whatever the case, whatever the next level is, that's where the clarity comes.
Yeah.
So at that point now, you got to figure it out as far as man and no woman. Man or no woman.
Squirt, how you approach?
Me personally, I halfway.
Why you half-assing? Why you half-assing shit, bro?
I don't want to. Me personally.
You don't want to open up?
I don't. I mean, if you open up all the way and then if you don't pursue that person, you know, you'll be like, why did you open up to the person? Y'all don't make it all the way. So I halfway open up and halfway don't open up. You gotta figure out where it's going.
Okay.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, because if you know that it's not going nowhere, you just want to just be with, just have that person for the cake slice.
Right.
You don't. To me personally, you don't open up all the way. But
right.
If you say you catch feelings for this person,
right,
feel like that, then I open up more, a little by little.
And us as a man, sometimes we are the guilty party. I have been the guilty party saying, damn, I kind of feel hurt.
Right.
And then I was the one saying, what you doing Friday? Or we should go out to eat. But at the same time, if I know I don't want that, I'm kind of like, come through. I ain't trying to, like, I've had to, you never take me nowhere. I'm not taking you nowhere. No, I'm not taking you nowhere because I don't want to take you nowhere.
So
what you thought this was?
This is actually where I disagree with both of y'all.
Okay.
Because of the simple fact that I feel like the open you are, the better you are.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the simple fact that if you're more open and you're more truthful and you're more understanding and you're more X, Y, and Z in regards to the woman, then she has more of an understanding where you're coming from and how you are and where you be at, and then the truth and honesty.
And all of that.
Yeah, now she can make an executive decision on how she wants to pursue you. But then at the same time, with you being open, that also means to say, hey, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. I'm not into this. Hey, I just want friends. I don't want all that extra shit. Because you are so open.
Yeah.
That now you don't have to worry about.
If I don't want you to drive.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If I don't want you to drive through. If I don't want you to do this, do that. If I want this, I want this.
4
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all the stuff that I want and don't want because I was open about it.
Yeah.
And as hunters.
Yeah.
You have to be open about that.
This is not going nowhere.
It's not going nowhere, and I have to initiate it as a hunter. I have to initiate it. I have to let you know that, hey, this is what you're stepping into. Accept or reject.
Agreed. So we saying the same stuff.
We're
saying the same stuff. I'm not taking you anywhere if I don't. I've even had the ultimatum, like, I'm coming through if we go do this, and that, and we go play put golf and stuff. And then if I think you just a jive turkey, then I'm cool. I'll take the L, and I don't want to see you, period, because I'm not trying to take you nowhere.
Exactly. That's true.
Now, if I do want to take you somewhere, and I'm like, man, I see this going somewhere, come through. And we can go eat, and we can go back and do that. But it is, I agree with you, it is on us to say, I like this person. I'm pursuing this person, or you're going to get DoorDash.
Ooh.
But
go ahead, Squirt.
I agree with that. But
we order Domino's.
Yeah.
Depending on where I think we get.
But also, you got to look at it too, because you have some out here, you know, that say you just doing just smashing and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Then you got some out here that throw smart comments.
Right.
And that also, you know. So you gotta watch that. You gotta watch that too.
You gotta watch some shit, bro.
Because
you gotta watch some shit.
You know, sometimes they can say they just playing, but you know, 9 times out of 10, you know they ain't playing.
Right, that was fire right there.
So
that's true. That's accurate.
So I have a question.
Hold on, let Monopoly address that. Please don't forget that.
I won't.
It's on you.
What do you talk about when you're just saying, I'm just trying to grab a cheeseburger?
Oh, I've been answered that. I said there's levels to it. You're the one night stand. You just come over at 2 a.m. Or
So bring us further.
I can have a conversation. But from what Scorpion said, like the slick comments, it's just like, I really wish somebody made a sandwich right now. Like after you do it or something, like, hey, I have to go for a sandwich right now. It's like, yeah. Me too. That's girlfriend stuff or something like that, or something. You know, if I was your girlfriend, I might make you a sandwich. But since I'm not, you know,
you can do that.
Whatever, just little slick stuff. But yeah.
So you get, in other words, we get them punches for a reason.
Definitely.
That's a wake up
message.
Yeah.
So what is the level? What is the level that changes the middle stages to the final stage?
That's that dating phase.
So what changes that? So we're talking about middle phases right now.
Yeah.
Right?
What converts you over?
So what converts you over that extra person does? So what converts you over? Because right now you done made it past the beginning phase, right? You're good there. You're like, oh, I might want to keep her around. Cool. I want to keep him around. Cool. So now we're in the middle phases. The middle phases determine whether you're going to take the final stage or you're going to keep them in the middle phase.
It's a transition.
It is a transition.
So watch this.
So what is that what would be your personal thing? Squirt, OG Jug, Monopoly.
Okay,
what would be the personal thing that takes you over to the final stage?
I'll let Monopoly address it first.
Quit playing.
Ooh, got that ass.
You want us to come back and visit?
Yeah,
got that ass.
I would say.
Ooh. What's the name of this song? Ooh.
Time with each other. You continue to keep spending more time with that person. You get to know that person a little more, and they get to know you. So you get to know each other a little better than in the middle stage.
True.
So you gotta, I would say, yeah.
That's true. You get used to having them around and stuff.
Have them around, and
then you might open up more.
Yeah, then true. You open up more, then that can lead to, like I said, other things going to the final stage.
True. The boss battle.
Yeah.
I think this. I think I agree with you. I think first off, if you're a person that I know I don't want anything from you, then nah. But if it's if we are at that stage, like this person, I'm used to this person, like we all said here, or I'm starting to ask more questions, like what you like to do and stuff. This come through on Friday nights talk. This is like, I like to know what you like. I like to know what show you watch. I like to know what's your favorite food. I'm actually getting to know you. If I like what I hear, and then I'm gonna ask more questions, then I might notice little quirks about you. I might be like, damn, she's funny. Mm-hmm. She's fun to hang around. I like when she comes over. Then I might be like, hey, then we're out of this weird zone, because this weird zone is what causes a lot of confusion. Once we're out of this, we're like, hey, come, what are you doing? That's when that happens, what Monopoly addressed earlier.
Okay.
Hey, I'm on my thing for the month. I can't come through because I can't do that. That's where you get the whole, hey, come through anyway. I just want to spend time with you. I'm not trying to do that. I was, but we cool if we don't. I just want to talk to you. That's how you get into that zone. But I'm going to let Monopoly address it too.
So I think that, like, how Wild Child mentioned earlier about being on that seesaw, where it's just like you see that this person's really like for you and everything, like you just really like them. And I just feel like the thing that would make me want to take it to the next level would be that personally, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to have a relationship. I'm ready. So I am ready to ask that, hey, do you feel the same? And be able to receive the answer. Like if it's, if it's, I want to or not, like I'm ready for the answer.
Right. But also, this one, I used to fuck up.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Let me give you a shout out, man, because my boy Scorpion
coming through, ain't he?
He's coming through, and he's actually admitting. You know what I'm saying? If a man can admit his fuck up and flaws and shit, you know what I'm saying? He deserves a shout out. That man deserves one. Type like
that's the gross talk.
Yeah, for real.
Me personally, what I used to look at the most is rushing into.
Okay.
Because if we rush into it, 9 times out of 10, it's not either gonna last long. stuff like that. And you know you're gonna have a lot of arguments and all that type of situation. But if you take your time to get to know that person a little more, then the relationship, if it goes towards the relationship, it will last a lot longer.
It'll blossom.
I have one more thing.
Oh, what's that?
When you start cutting people off,
Uh-huh.
that's a sign to myself when I'm just like, oh, I'm not going to text this person. I'm not going to text this person. Or they start getting that, they say good morning, and I just look at the phone and say, and not respond as much.
Right.
So then I know that, hey, maybe I'm more serious about this person than I am those other people. So it's like you start cutting other people off and focusing over here. You get what I mean?
That's deep.
You get what I mean, Wild Child. That's why you look like that.
So,
It's deep.
I agree with
slowly. It happens slowly.
You just go. Yeah. Like it's really one of those things where like it's a transition. You know, when you come from being the single person of choice to where you actually start develop the feelings for a person of choice, it's definitely a real thing, and that's when you know. But I'm not gonna lie, it really fucking sucks when you actually make that transition and then that person's not transitioning back.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
And that's what it is like that. And that's what sucks about the middle class, man. It's like it's one of those things where
middle class.
Like
see, you don't cut them off so you get that answer.
Right.
You're trying to just back away from them.
Like you trying to figure it out, so you mellow out.
They might get mellow out after.
Yeah. So like you feel that you like. So what are we really doing? Because I'm coming to some middle vibes where it's like I'm really trying to go to the final stages, and they were like, no, I just want to be in the middle class. So now my question to y'all is like, now you ready to move into those final stages? Y'all in the middle class, you ready to move into the upper class, right?
The upper room.
Yeah. But the kicker is that person's not ready.
That's cool.
They're not ready. Do you stay? Or do you try to go figure some extra shit out?
If I don't want to come across as being that female that we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
That just stick around saying one day they're going to change. But if it's just like, some things that I'm aware that can change, like I'm just trying to get my apartment right now. Or
right.
If it's some simple shit, I might stick around and see what's going to happen. If it's some, I'm married or I haven't got my divorce or I don't know. If it's just some deeper shit, that, like something that I'm like, this could be quite some time for whatever it is. Or if it's just, hey, you must forgot I'm a hoe.
Right?
I might say, oh yeah, that's right. You a hoe.
I merely walk on any block.
I feel,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I might be like, I'm simping a little bit for you. I was like, you just open my eyes. You is a hoe. So let me chill out and not feel that way for you.
I'll counteract and then let Scorpion Monopoly answer. But I would say that if it's ever that middle class type vibe, then I'm just gonna be like, if you say, hey, and I'm putting forth my best foot, and you like, hey, your best foot is not really what I'm looking for right now. Oh, I'll turn right to a slumbuck immediately and then let you figure it out. Now, I'm not saying I'm not gonna talk to you or anything like that, but I want to let you know that you're not the only option, because it's the fact that, when I make that transition to where I'm trying to cut people off, and you give me that, oh, I'm still questionable about us doing us, then no, I'm gonna come turn back to the wild child, and I'm gonna make it happen. Like, that's just what's gonna happen. I can't change that because you feel how you feel. Yeah. I can't do it. So if you feel how you feel in regards to saying, hey, I'm ready to move forward, and you like, oh, I'm still kind of not because of X, Y, Z. Cool, I'm not gonna discredit you. Do whatever you gotta do, but that let me know that I can still do what I need to.
It ain't what I thought it was.
I'm still gonna do what I need to do.
Is it?
Like, I had to drink on my cup. I don't even like this. All three of y'all had to drink on my cup. I don't even like this. What's wrong with y'all?
We're not drunk enough. That's
what is wrong with y'all?
To receive the message.
Go forward, Swoop.
No, but
oh wow.
If she feel away and if you feel away and she don't.
Right.
I mean, if I feel a certain way and she don't, me personally, I would move on.
Okay. Like immediate, like just dropping it, or you?
I mean, I would slowly move on.
Start to test.
Would you let her know?
Yeah, I would let her know.
Okay.
I mean, like, say, like y'all was saying, if they was in sort of like a situation, or they was just coming out of a relationship or something like that,
Okay.
and I was, you know, or it could be either, like you said, either way. Either situation can go either way. Like if you talk to a female or a male talk to a female, and the other person is in a situation, so like they married but they not fully, they going through the divorce.
Right.
Then you know I would just keep it a talking stage.
Right.
I wouldn't
No progression.
move forward. None of that stuff.
Are you still fucking though? Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go.
But I would keep reminding them, you know, this can't go further than what it is. Until you resolve your situation.
But you still getting your meat wet. I feel you. I feel you 1,000%. Now, so I'm gonna ask that question too. So even in the situation, we would say mixed signals are there, but we know the case is good. Are you still getting some B? Velvet? Because we already established we still get some.
I just said it.
Let me go.
Okay.
Let me go.
Yeah.
Let me go.
That's all you.
Because I was ready.
Look, I waiting for you at the door.
Nigga, I was waiting with nothing on me.
It's all her.
There you go.
If I expressed my feelings and they said I don't feel that way. Like first I would check myself. Like has it been a month and I'm already feeling this way? Yeah, and I'm already feeling this way. Has it been 2 weeks, a week, or whatever? If it's been a while, then I'm gonna be like, well, you should be where I'm at, and you're not, and that's fine. And I probably would back away. I probably would back off. I would back off, like y'all said.
But you still get the case.
I would continue because that's what we were based off of.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop what we were based off of. That's
It's just like it ain't going nowhere.
That's what you said from the door. This is what we're doing, and I agree to it. So I'm not gonna just cut that off, but I'm gonna back away to find something else because now I'm like, well, I want a relationship.
Right.
Apparently, so
The upper room.
I'm gonna find it.
The upper room, yeah.
Well, you know what?
What's up, Jerry?
First off, I hope all of y'all got something out of this because for real, to real shit.
Yeah.
Us dudes really opened up to the fact that sometimes it's our fault. Why we say why did she catch feelings? Sometimes we're talking about too many things. Sometimes we're doing too many things.
Right.
And sometimes sometimes it is that she just like you gave her too much hip.
Right.
Sometimes you need to put less hip into it. But no, and the real shit though. As long as we address it directly, everybody know what it is. Depends on where y'all think it's going.
Right.
And then, like Monopoly said, once it is addressed, where do you go from there? Do you keep doing it or do you stop? Do you fall back? That shit's all on y'all. But I wouldn't say that no gospel was dropped here.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna agree with you, man. No gospel really dropped because of the
pen and pad, y'all.
The situations actually, every situation in regards to what we spoke about is your personal opinion.
Yeah, it is
personal opinion. I don't care who you are, whatever the case may be, whatever you got going on. It all actually really depends on what you got going on.
I've known people to do all the opposite that we said. I've known people to be like, they be going out to eat, they be doing all this, they be going on this vacations, and she know and he know there's nothing. And nothing will ever happen, and they're both cool with it.
Right.
But it all boils down to our favorite thing that we always say, communication.
Yeah.
What you thought, what I thought, we all thought the same thing. We all know what it was.
1,000%.
And that's why I'm leaving y'all with shout outs. I'm dropping it right in the presence of S.A. Wild Child. I want to save myself for last. Special.
First of all, you ain't shit. Second off,
never been shit.
I'm gonna drop him off for a proper email. Wait, Monopoly, can you do my email, please? Because I like the way you do it. Please, can you go ahead, please?
That's sawildchild@gmail.com. SAWILDCHILD@gmail.com.
You've been real extra today. You ain't
that reminded me.
U.S.R.A. Well, yeah. Hell yeah.
She took us there. Okay.
But yeah, I'm there. If you want to hit the inbox, definitely do. You know what I mean? But we want to give these shout outs to the live, the people that sit before me. My boy Menace. You know what I'm saying? Happy 4th to everybody. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we continue to appreciate the love that we get, and continue to move forward to get even more love. So we continue to like, share, the participation. Hey, the participation that we get on the page. We continue to say, hey, yo, these people be wilding. Well, why talk to them? Because they be talking about that stuff that I like to talk about and you like to talk about. So share to your friends, family. Everyone. We would love and appreciate that. Offsprings around the table, you know what I'm saying, to the ones that we have given birth to, vice versa, or we care for. And that's just offspring, that's family, that's friends, that's who you consider to care for. We love y'all dearly. And bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Hey, that's all we got. Roseanne, let's roll out. Let's go. Oh, no, I'll pass it, because you know what I'm saying? I feel like if I started first, I feel like I should be able to pass the torch.
Pass it, who deserves it?
Ooh, that's a good question. The Scorpion King or the Napoli. You know, me and OG Jug gonna talk about. Wait, you didn't even? Did you? Yo, you didn't either. Oh, what's that? Oh, you said you want to go last. So I'm gonna respect you want to go last. You know how we do it. So then, I'm thinking, Scorpion King.
Now you doing it too?
Yes, I had to start a little bit. Shout out to Peter Griffin, you know, in regards to the Family Guy, you know what I'm saying, when you did
He'd be a Taylor. Oh my god.
What's up, Score? What you got?
First off,
hey! I feel like we're going to start the shout-outs now like that.
Yeah.
We're going to do the shout-outs like that, so this is going to be happening.
Just waiting to exhale, you know. Going to drop them gems.
first off, I want to give a shout out, like what I try to say to all the offspring around the table. You know, the Velvet Vibez crew.
Hey.
Right? You know, New York Menace. Waiting on another episode with your girl.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he riding the bend.
Yeah, he coming.
I'm sure gonna reach out.
The 662-210.
Yeah.
You know,
715-304. You know what I'm saying?
the fans that's listening, communicating with us on Facebook. You know, if you're not following us, you need to follow us. You know, we be wild. It goes down. Every day we be wild.
It goes down. Every day we live.
I mean, if it wasn't for y'all, we won't be coming up with some of these
That's right. That's right.
You know, and everything. So, email. I'm gonna let the OG email.
Push you out.
Yeah. He did me like his. If you want to contact this gentleman here, that's Scorpion King, you can hit him at MagicMike3205 at gmail.com. Yeah, we're gonna pass the microphone right to Napoli.
Don't make no sense. So, first of all, my email is Lynopoli, that's LYNNEOPOLY@gmail.com. Y'all are amazing.
Just try it one time.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't.
Wait, hold on. We go give a shout out to the Napoli.
Go ahead and exhale.
So that way she can do this one time for the one time.
See what it feels like.
Do it for the fact.
Oh my god.
Just let the breath go out there. Just be like, remember that commercial Zima? Like Zima. You remember that? Go ahead, just one time. Just do it like that. You know you can do it. You know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I'll take that.
I'll take it all day. I'll take it.
Go ahead, Lynopoli. Who needs a shout out?
Just everybody, friends, family, and everything, and supporters.
Yes.
In Texas, all in Texas. That's DFW, Houston, and San Antonio, and just all the listeners.
Yes.
Everybody in the group.
Yes.
You know.
We need that.
We know what it is.
We wouldn't be without y'all.
That OG Velvet Juggernaut, I'm trying to go ahead and give a shout out to. I want to make sure to give a shout out to the Vibez PimpCast. If you're not following us on Facebook, ask yourself, hashtag, what is you doing, baby? Go ahead and holler at us. I want to make sure to give a shout out to the Cookie Lady. A shout out to the Menace, that New York Menace, that is. I want to make sure to give a shout out to Golden Nuts. Somebody mentioned earlier area codes. I want to go ahead and hit the 285. I want to hit that 601, that's 662, that's 713, that 210, that 334. I want to make sure to hit that as a 228. I want to make sure to hit everybody out there in some of our biggest markets. I've seen San Francisco in this motherfucker. I've seen Houston in this motherfucker. I've seen a lot of Memphis and Houston and LA up in this motherfucker here. I've even seen Bangladesh in this motherfucker. Paying attention to us. I want to make sure to hit a shout out to Virginia. I've been seeing y'all out there. If you know what it is and you keep on listening, if you want to hit us, hit me at 100% velvet@gmail.com. If you put percent, make sure to spell percent out. And recently the Velvet Juggernaut has touched it on Instagram. Velvet _ Juggernaut. That's JUGGANAUT. And if you know one thing we're gonna do around here, because you know we're feeling thirsty, and you know that we're gonna tell you that clap your hands. Hey, you wanna clap your hands.